his two-game LA road trip, losing to the Lakers last night, 127-113. He finished with 24 points and 7 assists in the loss. Julius Randle had a monster game with a career-high 36 points and 14 rebounds. And Isaiah Thomas got some revenge against his former team with 20 points off the bench. After the game, LeBron said injuries have taken a toll on the Cavs. Let's take a listen.
Sometimes you just can't overcome, this many injuries that we have. I mean, we have pretty much 5 guys out of our top 9 or top 10 out of the rotation or not playing because of injury. So, and it's next man up, but sometimes you just fall short.
At all easier to accept these losses, knowing this is not your team a month from now?
No. Accept losses? No.
This is not the team we're going to see a month from now.
Yeah, but I'll never accept a loss. It's not in my DNA.
We're joined by Fs1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Welcome, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Stop it, Skip.
DNA?
No, it's not. Skip, there's a different thing between accepting it and someone putting one on you. Just because someone beats you up, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm good. It's good. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, moral victories. He's saying we don't take that.
Yeah.
But he's lost 5 finals, but it's not.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Chris, are the Cavs struggles right now just about the injuries?
Look, I think what LeBron's trying to do is remain positive.
Yes.
I think he understands in January it wasn't a good look to be sulking. It was bad leadership and all that. So how do you remain positive with this type of play? You point to what is true, the injuries.
Right.
The thing is, it never looks good when you say it.
Right.
Let the media say it. Let somebody else say it, but you don't come out and say it. Now, the question is it a legitimate excuse? It sounds like an excuse. Is it legitimate? Obviously, they're missing a lot of people. But Kevin Love, we can't even really put him in the conversation right now because he's never played with the new guys. My thing is, they have been up and down and inconsistent even, before these injuries hit with the new guys or with one of the new guys, Rodney Hood. So, to me, their main problem is defense. Offense, I see good cutting. They look fine here and there. Defense is their problem. They're inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get from night to night. Obviously, the Lakers scorched them. I don't see any communication. I see them losing guys defensively. They just look lost. And that's a problem. Now, here's the question to me. Because we talked last week about is this the best LeBron we've seen? The reason I say it's not is because he's not the same on the defensive end. And he used to be able to carry groups less than this to 60 wins.
That is correct.
Now, can he still do it? I don't know. I'm waiting to see in the playoffs because I'm thinking and hoping he's going to turn up his defensive intensity in the playoffs, and then we'll see kind of a different team altogether. But if he can't, and then this is just who he is, then this shows the 15th season he can't get it done consistently on the defensive end, and that's why this team is so inconsistent on that.
I think the thing is that we're used to seeing LeBron, and you said early in his career when he was in Cleveland, yes, he drug worse teams than what he's playing on now. But so the team that he was playing against is also worse than what the teams are playing now.
Well, you had Boston. You had the big 3 in Boston. You had Dwight Howard in Orlando. You had the Detroit team with Rasheed and them.
But he couldn't beat them.
In the regular season, I'm saying he would beat them.
He did beat the Pistons
and
really broke that up. I just think the thing is, and I agree with you, Chris, is that they're not playing defense very well. Forget who's not there. I got to go to battle with who I have. And these are the guys that I'm counting on. You can't give up 4 20-point scores to the Lakers. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. You can't have, and Drew Randle has been playing great, but you can't let him have 36, 14, and 7. That can't be his stat line. Brook Lopez looked like a competent center all last night. Caldwell Pope.
He looks that way a lot of nights. Go ahead.
Not on most nights he doesn't. I mean, dude had 27 points and no rebounds, but that's neither here nor there. Isaiah Thomas, you notice how accepting Isaiah Thomas is of coming up to
He got his powers back.
Yeah. Come in off the bench, hog the ball in the second unit. He wanted to hog the ball in the first unit. Wish him all the best. This looks like a great situation for him. But the Lakers are an upcoming team. They're going to be up and down. Did you see discount Steph Curry? Lonzo Ball. That's what they call it. They call it discount sales.
That's what his Twitter followers.
No, it ain't. No, that's discount sales.
There's got to be a meme out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's somebody.
It ain't out there. It ain't out there. So Skip.
Lonzo wasn't a huge factor,
No,
obviously.
hey, I wish he was.
He just got hammered.
I wish he was a huge factor. That way, that'd have kept the ball. I wish Brandon Ingram was out there because he got to get his shot, which means Julius Randle would be getting all the layups and dunks. But like I said, let's not worry about who's injured. Guys that are playing, I need something from JR. I need a little bit more from Jeff Green, especially now that he's going to be in the starting lineup. And I definitely need some more from George Hill. So LeBron to get this thing going on Tuesday night, going up there on Thursday.
Better on Tuesday.
Ain't going up there. We finna win out.
They can't lose.
We going streaking. 3-0. You heard it.
Bet $1 billion on it?
3-0. Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
I know we got a case of dew on it. So I keep trying to get aboard this bandwagon. I did after those 3 boom, boom, boom trades in the 11th hour at the deadline. Yeah, that was spectacular. It looked like they played together for 3 years. Everything clicked. Defense clicked.
Did.
I don't know what's happened. They're now 6-6, the new Cavs. 6-6? And they just lost back-to-back at Staples to the Clippers and the Lakers by 14 and 14. That's wrong. That's just wrong. And they're still, to your point, and I've been making this for weeks now, they're the Cleveland Cavaliers because there's no D on the end of it because there's no D in Cleveland. It's just Cleveland. And I look at them and I say, you just let Isaiah Thomas torch you? You turned him back into the guy who was healthy in Boston. You made him look like that guy. Seriously? He's like, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Really? Because nobody's playing. And to your point, LeBron James is clearly, he has the highest IQ of anybody playing this game. And I don't think it's even close. And he did make one no-look pass last night. It was spectacular. He can do that. But
offensively, he looked.
Offensively, he's still playing at a supremely high level. You could argue he's playing at as high a level offensively because he does have the mind to go with the body. But defensively, I don't get it because he can quarterback. He plays on the back line. You know, he can call, and he got hoarse after the first couple of nights because he's screaming out defensive signals. I don't know what's happening because Julius Randle just played bully ball. And he was like, give me the ball, and he's just going to keep sort of bumping and grinding until he gets it up to the rim.
He looked like Shaq.
He did. He was like a baby Shaq.
He did.
Am I right?
He looked like somebody you're saying, man, they can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
The Lakers can't let him go.
And he's 6'9", 250. He's 250. Yeah. He's a load now. And Luke Walton said before the season started, and I brought it up on the show, he said, he is a quote-unquote monster. And I don't think Luke would go to monster unless they thought he had this kind of potential.
Playing his tail off.
But obviously went last night, third and fourth quarter. I thought, well, maybe LeBron will take him and just body him up and get physical with him. But LeBron wants no part of that right now.
That used to be the case. And you remember this, Chris, early in his career. For like the first 10 to 12 years, LeBron would always take, if he was a 3 or shooting guard, LeBron would always take the best player.
Yeah.
But this is the way Larry always did it. Larry never took the best offensive player for the opposing team. That assignment went to Kevin McHale. They put Kevin McHale on Dominique. They put someone like that because they didn't want Larry to expend the energy on that end, and this is what they're doing with LeBron now. Can you imagine if he spent that kind of energy on the defensive end?
No, and look, 15th year in your career, you can't do it. Now, the question is, does he turn it up in the playoffs? No. And I think he will. Last year, that's what he did.
Right.
Remember their defense was pretty bad last year? Playoffs, it was a different LeBron and a different Cavs team. If he can't do that, if he can't turn it up defensively, then they could be vulnerable in the East.
Because here's another thing. If you look at them, let's just take the game, the last 2 games. They get pounded on the glass.
Yeah.
DeAndre 2020, and then you had Drew Randle had 14, Kuzma had 10, you had Brook Lopez.
Had 8.
So look at the teams in the East that can really do damage to them. Joel Embiid could pound you on the glass. Hassan Whiteside can pound you on the glass. Those are the teams that can really cause you some problems. Now, Toronto has a guy in DeMar DeRozan that can go get you a bucket late in the ball game. But can they punish? Can they punish the Cavs on the glass? Because that's what, if you look at it, Skip, that's what beats them now. Andre Drummond had a 26 ball game.
Remember this though, and yesterday they did miss Tristan and Kevin Love this weekend in LA. There's no question about it because
the bigs.
Love's not going to help the defense, but Tristan would certainly, and the rebounding. So in the playoffs, they should be better on that end. But they handled Detroit. which was big inside. And that's the defense. Your offense is going to fluctuate. Sometimes you're going to be hitting threes, sometimes you're not. Defense should be steady every night. You might have a bad night here and there, but for the most part, you should be consistent, especially now that you have the youth and the athleticism.
Right.
And LeBron, you said it. He talked about getting hoarse. And he wasn't getting hoarse yesterday that I saw. Like, you have to be, and it's not just him, but they need communication.
Right.
And I hate to say it, we talked about Ty Lue. You can't get rid of him now, obviously. And I'm not even saying you get rid of him after the season, but it doesn't look like he's getting these guys energized to play defense.
How about this? Go back and play. You didn't have offense the first couple of games they got there. Go back to playing that. They didn't have their offense growing up. Because now maybe they're thinking too much. But I just think the thing is that when you look at these guys from a defensive standpoint, and I agree, Chris, you think they can rotate multiple times. And you hear Luke Walton says, hey, guys, that's a good shot. That's a good shot for you. But against this defense, we can get way better shots than that.
Yeah, think about that.
He said that's a wide open, uncontested shot is a good shot. But we can get better shots than that, Skip. But O'Brien will turn it up.
Yep.
He going to meet somebody in Phoenix. Weather night probably go up to Camelback. Miss Triple Dub out there waiting on him.
So, Chris,
Devin Booker probably gets 60,
what
though.
hurt Shannon Sharp the
What
most
hurt
about
me?
last night? Pro Football Hall of Famer, that his man LeBron James reached for the injury excuse after the game. And I get you, he's trying to put a positive spin on it. But look, he is playing, or was playing last night, with two of the better Lakers. He had Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr., so they weren't even on the Lakers, and Brandon Ingram wasn't playing for the Lakers.
Clarkson didn't play well, Skip. You know that.
Well, that's a great point, because part of me wants to look at this team is making so many adjustments because the injuries and the roster changes and all that. But the Lakers they're just one example of a team that's had injuries and roster changes, and they have a ball movement type of offense that's tougher to adjust to than what Cleveland does. So I can't give them that excuse.
Larry Nance Jr. should be the first or second guy off your bench. He's not supposed to be the second best player on your team currently. No. And that's what he is. I'll give him credit. He plays hard every single night. He's going to rebound the ball. He's going to play defense. He's going to challenge guys. And he's great setting screens for Bron, picking and rolling. But the pick and roll, the Cavaliers pick and roll defense is terrible. You can get whatever you want, because we saw Jokic pick them apart when they was in Cleveland. Everybody that wants to beat up on the Cavs is you get them in pick and roll, and everybody's looking at like, who you got? Somebody got to get the guy that's dunking the ball. I don't know who got who, but I just know somebody need to get him. You can't say now. You saying now, but that's okay. We got something for you. You're going to be cleared in about 3 weeks.
What do you got for me?
You concerned now about them winning the East?
I just don't know. I can't even recognize this team anymore.
You recognize them?
They'll win the next. They'll probably win the next couple.
Couple?
Yeah, I
They got
think
the
couple?
Suns on Tuesday. They got the Blazers on
Portland, 15 out of 16 at home.
3-0.
Portland.
15 out of 16.
Chris. 911, what is your emergency? I like to report a streaker. He's 6'8", 250 pounds, wears 23. I think you know
Chris,
it.
he would like you to acknowledge his very fancy phone.
I'm looking at that phone,
You want one?
man.
I got you, Chris. I got you.
Get a good shot of it.
I'm looking at that phone like, man.
Joy got the
Very
iPhone 4.
fancy.
Wait, were you calling for Julius Randle?
No, I ain't calling no Julius
Well, he's
Randle.
on streaking,
Oh, is this
right?
what LeBron sent you as a gift?
Yep.
For backing him up every day?
I got my LeBron shoes on today, too. Them St.
Yeah.
Vincent St. Mary's.
Oh, God.
Chris, thanks for joining us. Are Richard Sherman and the 49ers a contender in the NFC? We'll discuss that with Greg Jennings next.